Internet. I'm TychoCelchuuu, and this is another Men of War video. It's on the same map as the last video, but different people. One different person. My ally is different. The two enemies are the same. And if you didn't watch the last one, you won't care about any of this. I buy some machine gun infantry right off the bat. This is a victory flag mode. If you don't know what that is, go watch the previous video. Not the previous, how many worth of points cost in Tank Crewman episode, but the actual gameplay video that I uploaded before this. So go watch that. My ally buying a ZIS-2 right off the bat and a squad of riflemen, so he'll be ready for whatever comes at him. Me, I'm just buying submachine guns, so I am only ready for people that are squishy. I bought a second squad of submachine gunners because I was like, you know what? I just really love men. This game would be better if it just had more men, so I'm loading up on as many men as possible. But in a heterosexual manner, is what I told myself at the point. I sent half. I can do the math. I sent half to the right and half to the middle. The ones in the middle I try to keep spread out, and spread out they will be if they end up dead and squished and spread out all over. But surprisingly, those two guys live, so I tell them to take cover behind the train car and start healing themselves while I move up on the rest. And thankfully, my men who are advancing, plus my allies' low and little riflemen, are doing pretty fantastic, and the ones I sent to the right, I figure let's get them into play as soon as possible. Turns out half of them end up dying because there's this guy hiding around the corner, but I managed to shoot back at him. That was a really bloody firefight. We pretty much came out almost even on that. Meanwhile, in the middle, stuff is blowing up. I've lost a man. I think my allies' rifleman died. I keep repositioning because I want to keep moving in and I want to get to the middle. There's my ally's dead rifleman. If you don't notice, I'm going to examine his corpse. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm just going to run into the middle with my submachine gunners. And the key is to keep moving. That grenade just landed near my dude, so I run him away, and then I'm going to run him right back because I want him in the capture zone. And right up, you see there's action. This is a fun game already. We have a Panzer II. Luxwagen killing my people. If you watch the death messages, there's the Panzer II. This is playing out quite a bit like the last game, in fact, if you watch that. But this time I want to get a hold more on the right. I don't want the enemy to be able to set up. So you see very aggressively I'm sending a whole squad of submachine gunners and a T-26 right into his territory, pretty much as close as I can get to him. There I just looted my ally's dead rifleman. And so I just want to, boom, get up into his grill and use that breathing room as a way to assault the middle. I don't want stuff. And so here I see the ZIS-2. I'm wondering, is he going to kill Panzer II? And boom, thank you, Mr. Ally. This guy knows what's up. He's focusing all his attention on the middle, and he's killed just as many as I have, probably. And if you look at the points in the upper right, we've got 32, the enemy 24. That's simply a reflection of how many things have been killed. It has nothing to do with the flag in the middle. The flag just goes up or down depending on your infantry. So there's a guy dead. Always good to kill people, and that guy tried to run away, but he died. It's good to even try and conserve even individual people, because the more people you preserve, the better. I just got Panzerfausted, so that's not good, but he would have died anyways, because the Puma would have shot me. So my whole secure a hole on the right-hand side not working so much. My submachine gun infantry got bogged down, leaving my T-26 defenseless and dead. So I figure now there's a Puma, I'm going to have some trouble against the Puma. Well, you'll see what I do about the Puma later on. I bought a squad of riflemen slightly cheaper than submachine gun infantry. I figured these guys are going to die anyways, so I don't really care what guns they come with. I just want bodies to throw at the point. Waves and waves of men. This is really a different way than most people play, or at least most people who are not retarded play. You can find plenty of people who are very horrible at Men of War who will throw bodies at the flag, but just get them killed immediately. I am not horrible at Men of War. I would like to submit that I am not horrible at Men of War. Maybe I'm not in a position to make that. Look, he's driving the tram around. I'm not fantastic. I'm not bad, I'll say that. And typically it's only bad people you see throwing huge amounts of infantry away. Most people are a lot more conservative with their infantry. I am not. I am just I try and be a very aggressive player. In every game I play first-person shooters, I am always running straight into the enemy's base, and I die way more than most people die in first-person shooters. My deaths is always way higher than the rest of my team, but my kills are always higher too. I typically have many more kills and many more deaths than people, like if I'm playing Battlefield Bad Company 2, for instance. I just have way more kills and deaths, and I do that to a lesser degree in real-time strategy games. Here's an AT grenade I'm throwing at this tram. You see, I blow the crap out of the tram, but the guy in the front doesn't even care. He doesn't flinch. And I'm just like... I was going to try and shoot him with a normal grenade, hit him with a normal grenade, but my guy died first, so that didn't happen. So anyways, I really do try and keep the pressure up. I'm not like super mega aggressive. I don't just run into the opponent's spawn or something, but I'm not afraid to lose people. I'm not afraid to buy people I'm intending to lose, maybe is what I'm trying to say. I don't know, I have trouble analyzing my own meta tactics, although I can tell you immediately what I'm doing on a more micro level, which is spreading my people out. And you see I'm throwing a smoke grenade. Right as I was throwing the smoke grenade, I realized that's probably not a good idea, and you see I sort of tried to make the guy stop. That's kind of just going to give the enemy cover to move in behind the smoke grenade if he chooses to. It was meant to be a distraction, and it will still serve as a distraction. The opponent has to worry what I'm hiding behind the smoke grenade too, and stuff like that, but in terms of figuring out what people are hiding, I've decided to buy a sniper, because the sniper can figure out what people are hiding. I sent him to that bush, but I plan to move him to a closer bush. You want to keep your sniper in a bush, or at the very least hidden or something. I point out that mortar for my ally, because I'm hoping he has something to take care of the mortar, because I don't really right now. You really want to keep your sniper hidden. They're expensive and you don't want them to die, but if you keep them hidden, they can be angels of death. You see him moving from bush to bush. That's what you want to do. Move pretty much all your infantry from bush to bush, or at least cover to cover. But I'm looking around with my sniper. All it takes is a very quick sweep, and you'll see in the minimap the red dots pop up. And if you're fast, you'll also see them on the map, on the main screen too. But all you do is you sweep your scope over them, and bam, they pop up in the minimap. See in the upper left those red dots. And once you know where they are, you can take your time and move your sniper into a position from which he can shoot them. And my infantry in the middle dead, you know, because there's a mortar there. Not worried about it too much. We're winning. No, we're not. It's even. Dead heat. Why'd I say we were winning? I don't know. So now I have my sniper picking out these people in the bushes. Those guys are waiting to ambush anyone who comes by, and I'm just gonna nip that one right in the bud, if you don't mind, Mr. Enemy. I'm sure he was pretty pissed at it as that was happening. But now that I've taken out pretty much all the infantry that I can see with my sniper, things are looking pretty clear, so I'm moving up my submachine gun infantry. And I was, of course, looking for the Puma. Now I've found the Puma. And now that I've found the Puma, I'm going to deal with it with a tank. A bona fide tank, not an AT gun, not a light vehicle. I'm buying a tank because I figure with my sniper and with my submachine gun infantry, those two together, the 6 submachine gun infantry plus the 1 sniper, will be enough infantry support to keep my tank alive for at least a little while. And the Puma will be destroyed by my tank. He has very little chance. Puma moving forward, perhaps because he's seen my submachine gun infantry. I timed this wrong. My submachine gun infantry moved forward too early, and I think 1 or 2 of them died to the Puma. But the rest are survived because my T-34 knocks out the Puma. So that's very good. The T-34's got 4 people in it. One's driving, one's shooting the gun, one's loading the gun, and one is in the top manning the turret. It can fit another crewman to be the tank commander, and I don't know what the heck he does, but I think he's good. Oh, I just killed a sniper, if you were paying attention. I was shooting with an armor-piercing round through that wall. That's a very interesting tactic. You can shoot through the wall if you know where the enemy infantry is, and the only way you'd know that is like you have a sniper who can basically see through walls with a scope. My fraps started slowing down at this point, so I turned it off in a second, and we'll lose about 4 seconds out of this game, I think. Maybe not. Okay, oh yeah, we're going to lose about 4 seconds pretty soon. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, the camera's going to jump.